Welcome to another installment of the Champions of Chime Amp Roundup. We've gathered 9 EL84-driven gems to duke it out at the hands of session aces Justin Derrico, Taylor Locke, and Steve Trovato. Up now is the Top Hat Club Royale. Top Hat's take on British chime has been a favorite of tone connoisseurs for years. The 20-watt combo features a duo of EL84s, 3 12AX7 preamp tubes, and an Easy 81 rectifier tube. The amp features dual inputs with master, cut, bass, mid, treble and volume controls, as well as a fat-off bright voicing switch. The 112 combo we tested was loaded with a Celestion G12H speaker and retails for $18.99. It's also available as a 212 combo. Let's hear it.
My name's Justin Derrico. I play guitar for Pink, and I'm also in the house band for The Voice. So this is my darling, my baby. This is just a Les Paul standard. It's a 2006, not chambered. The pickups in it are, I believe they're burst buckers. They're just standard what came in it. The only different thing that I did to this guitar was I put a Fishman piezo power bridge on it for the acoustic stuff, and that's pretty much it. Broken headstock. It sounds bitchin'. I like this amp. I like the way it looks more than anything. That's all I have to say. No, this amp's killer. It's got a nice bark to it. Like it's really chimey. It's got like a nice amount of gain. I like high gain stuff. Even for a combo, I think it still sounds big. I plugged right into it. Took literally a second to dial it up. My philosophy is if it takes you more than 2 minutes to dial in a good sound, then it's the wrong amp. And this clearly took a couple of seconds to dial it in and rock and roll, dude. It's a contact sport.
Hey, this is Taylor Locke from the bands The Roughs and Rooney. This is an early 2000s Gibson Custom Shop SG. It's a 61 reissue, which is when they were actually still called Les Pauls. And I got it on eBay, and the previous owner had changed the bridge pickup out for a Peter Florence Voodoo 59. And it sounds great, so I kept it in there, and I think everything else is stock. This Stratocaster is a 54 reissue. I got it on eBay. It's a Japanese one made in the late 80s, and it's all stock maple fingerboard, regular single coil pickups. So it's a good, it'll be a good demonstration of Strat tones. I'm a huge fan of Top Hat amps. I think Brian makes a very, very high quality product, and I was really impressed. There's a versatility to these amps. The boost switch and the amount of gain on the gain control made it so you wouldn't even really need to put a pedal in front of the amp. I was able to get the sustain for lead parts. One thing you need to be careful with smaller 112 amp formats like this is like the bottom end getting a little bit loose and falling apart when you play with more gain, which does not happen with this amp or any of the Top Hat amps that I've ever played through. It's very tight, and each of the controls, it really does what it says it does. There's some amps, you know, more Marshall style amps where the EQ is just a very gentle, passive function, but these knobs, you can really carve a variety of different tones. So I was really impressed. Vintage Vox style cover. His is really, really detailed. It's really high quality workmanship, and I don't know, I can't say enough about Top Hat amps and Brian Gerard's build quality.
Hi, I'm Steve Trovato, and welcome. I brought two different guitars today, a T model and an S model, both by LSL. Okay, so my first impression of this amplifier is it's a Cadillac. It's classy all the way, from even the way that it looks. Got plenty of wattage for a small gig. What I like to do is I like to set up any amplifier with the ultimate clean tone and then add any other overdrive or distortion effects using pedals. So this one has a boost switch, which I suspect boosts the mid-range. So what I did is I set the amp up with the master volume up all the way and then turned the gain up just enough so that it was just barely still clean and just barely breaking up. And when I set it there and adjusted my other tone controls, it sounded great. I don't think there's anything that's second rate about this amplifier. The only thing that I would have done differently with this amplifier, the actual labels for the knobs are facing that way. So you have to, in effect, look over the amp and read the controls upside down. I don't really like to carry any extra gear to a small gig. So I would have liked to have seen a reverb built into this.
Make sure to watch the rest of our Champions of Chime demos and head to premierguitar.com to read our written feature with additional commentary from Justin, Taylor, and Steve.